you're a Christian, right?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
So,
Jehovah's Witness.
in the first paradise God intended for us, we didn't eat animals.
No.
And in the last paradise, not even animals are going to eat each other. Doesn't this tell you something about what God wants us to do?
Then they were given the permission to eat animals.
I get that we were given permission because, like, after the flood of sins, then there were less resources. But in our time today, we have access to all the foods we want from all around the world. We know about all the different nutrients, which we didn't know in biblical times. Is there a good justification to exploit God's creatures today in our time?
We have been allowed to eat them.
It's not like you have to eat animals.
Since we have been allowed to the Creator, we can eat them. If you are killing them for fun, then you are going against it.
But you're killing them for pleasure. It's not the same thing. Taste pleasure, right?
Yeah.
That's killing for fun.
Even trees have life.
But they don't have brains, they don't have nervous systems, pain receptors. If God wanted us to eat animals, why would He give them a will to live, feelings, fear, love? Why would God make them in such a way and still say, come, eat them? Does that sound like a good God? If you don't need to kill someone, isn't it wrong to do it?
To do to animals.
Animals are someone's, right?
Well, I'm not sure. We have been allowed to eat them.
That doesn't mean you have to.
Since we have been allowed to eat them, the Creator, you can choose because then you have free will.
That doesn't mean you have to. So I'm curious, what makes you choose to do so?
Test. That's good.
Sensory pleasure, does that justify violence and exploitation?
Killing the animal is not exploitation. What were lions eating?
Well, we're not lions.
What were they eating when they were created?
They have always been carnivores. But in God's perfect paradise, when God's final kingdom will come and the world will be how God wants it to be, then it says that the lions will eat hay like the ox. So does that mean that God wants all us animals, all His creations, to leave each other alone?
After Noah's flood, they were now then allowed to eat the animals.
Because back then they had to survive.
God has allowed me to eat them. I have free will.
Maybe this is a test from God. Maybe He says, you're allowed to kill and exploit and eat my creation, which I gave consciousness, feelings, and a will to live. I gave them all these things. I'm allowing you to kill and eat them if you want to. I'm not saying you have to. Maybe this is a test.
No, it is impossible for God to act or test a person to do wrong things. After Noah, they were allowed to eat, but they must slaughter it because God valued the life.
Isn't this a huge contradiction, saying you value life while you take life?
Sacrificing animals, they were not exploiting the animal.
Do you think the animal cares though, why they're killed? If someone's gonna kill me, I don't care what they're gonna do with my body. I'm dead, but I don't want to be killed. That's the issue, right? It comes to a point where it's just like whatever you say